In this video cheat sheet, I will be enabling OSPF. I will start off with the baseline show command, show IP OSPF neighbor, to display general information about OSPF routing processes. Then I'm going to enable a debug command of debug IP OSPF events to see how things unfold as I enable OSPF. Finish with the same baseline command, show IP OSPF neighbor, to see what changed. Let's look at the network topology. I will enable OSPF on router 1, router 2, and router 4. The first step is enable OSPF process, which we did in a previous video cheat sheet. The second step is to configure OSPF areas. I will enter my show command, show IP OSPF neighbor, on router 1. The output shows that there are no OSPF neighbors on router 1. I'm going to enable debugging on router 1 to get its perspective as the lab progresses. An OSPF area is a grouping of contiguous networks and routers. All routers in the same area share a common area ID. Because a router can be a member of more than one area at a time, the area ID is associated with specific interfaces on the router. All the routers within the same area have the same topology table. The area ID can be an integer between 0 and 4.92 million, something like that. Or can take the form of a similar to an IP address, such as A.B.C.D. The network command is a way of assigning an interface to a certain area. The mask is used as a shortcut, and it helps putting a list of interfaces in the same area with one line configuration. Another way of configuring interfaces on certain areas is by doing this in interface mode. I'm going to enable OSPF on router 1 utilizing command router OSPF1 on global configuration mode and assign interface fast Ethernet 00 in area 2 utilizing the command network 12.12.12.0.1 with 0.0.0.0 mask in area 2. From the debug output in router 1, I see that OSPF is sending hello messages out of interface fast Ethernet 00. Now I'm going to enable OSPF on router 2 and assign interface fast Ethernet 00 in area 2 utilizing the same commands as in router 1. I'm utilizing router OSPF 2 on global configuration mode to enable the OSPF process and command network 12.12.12.0 with a mask of 0.0.0.255 in area 2 to assign interface fast Ethernet 00 in OSPF area 2. From the debug output in router 1, I see that OSPF is sending and receiving hello messages and LSAs from router 2. They have become OSPF neighbors. Now I'm going to enable OSPF between router 2 and router 4 in area 0. I will use the same commands as above to enable OSPF in router 4. I will utilize command router OSPF 4 on global configuration mode and assign interface fast Ethernet 01 in area 0 utilizing command network 24.24.24.4 0.0.0.0 area 0. To enable OSPF between router 2 and router 4, I'm going to do this on interface fast Ethernet 10 of router 2 utilizing command IP OSPF 2 area 0. Now I'm going to utilize my show command, show IP OSPF neighbor on router 1 to verify neighbors. From the output, I see that router 2 is a neighbor out of interface fast Ethernet 00. I'm going to utilize my show command, show IP OSPF neighbor, on router 2 to verify neighbors. From the output, I see that there are 2 neighbors of router 2. One neighbor is router 1 out of interface fast Ethernet 00, and the second neighbor is router 4 out of interface fast Ethernet 10. In this video cheat sheet, I enabled OSPF. I started off with the baseline show command, show IP OSPF neighbor, to display general information about OSPF routing processes. Then I enabled a debug command of debug IP OSPF events to see how things unfold as I enabled OSPF. Finish with the same baseline command, show IP OSPF neighbor, to see what changed.